Hi, I'm Christine Inserra, physical therapist since 1982. Today I'm wearing my Qi-Gong hat and I'm going to show you a Qi-Gong face self-massage to invigorate your organs. Now, I do this massage every morning and I do it lying down, but you can do it sitting up and you can really do it any time of day. So as you're learning this, you may simply do the massage, but you also may multitask in your thinking. What do I mean by that? Each organ has a sound, a color, and a positive, negative emotion. So I like to open like this, sweeping my hands across the top of my head and flicking my ears as I come forward 9 times. Saying to myself, I open my mind to the mind of the Tao. I open my mind to the mind of God. And then I sweep my hand across my eyes 9 times, saying I open my eyes to the eyes of the Tao. I open my eyes to the eyes of God 9 times. These procedures are my own recipe. You may decide that you want to do them a different number of times, but play along with me here for a while and you can make adjustments yourself. The first organ is the liver, right here under the rib cage. And we're going to place 2 hands over the forehead and eyes and think of sending to the liver the breath. Hold for a few seconds. Release. We're going to do this 3 times. After the 3rd time, I'm going to hold the breath and rub my hands over my forehead 18 times. Now, during this process, you may want to add additional thoughts, such as, I'm sending kindness to my liver. I'm releasing anger. You may visualize a bright green color to your liver. You may also think of the sound shh. The next organ we're going to energize is the lungs. And I'm going to put my hands on either side of my nose and breathe in to my lungs. The color is white. I'm going to breathe in 3 times again, holding slightly. Again, on the 3rd one, I'm going to hold my breath and rub my nose vigorously 36 times. Now, the helpful thoughts that you might have. Again, I mentioned the color white to the lungs. The healing sound is Xi-Ah, Xia. The emotion is courage. There's also the thought that you are letting go of things that are no longer useful to you. The other releasing thought can be that you're letting go grief. And you'll notice I did that one 36 times because my nose is pretty, I don't know, the skin is pretty tough, and I have the ability to hold my breath for 36 counts, quick counts. The skin of my forehead is a little less tough, so I only did it 18 times. You'll see that when I do above and below my lips on this next one, the skin is very sensitive, and so I'm very gentle and I do fewer. So the next organ is the spleen. It's also grouped with the stomach and the pancreas. So if you have any other issues with those organs, you can get them all at the same time. I begin with my hands on my mouth and I breathe down into the area of the spleen. On the third one, I hold the breath. Again, the skin is sensitive and thinner, so I only do it 9 times. Now, the helpful thoughts are the color yellow. The healing sound, and the thought and virtue is of mental focus. So often I say to myself, I will have the mental focus for what I need to do today. The negative aspect is worry. So if you're having any issues with worrying or ruminating over something, you just say to yourself as you're breathing, I release any worry. So the next organ is a pair, and it's the kidneys. What I do is I put my hands over my ears, and I breathe, and I actually try to expand my rib cage in the back as I breathe in and fill up that area. 3 times. Now for the 3rd time, I'm going to hold my breath. Now I did this 36 times with my index and middle finger on either side of my ear. Now, if you can't hold your breath for 36 seconds, then let it out as you need to. But the kidneys are so important that I really strive for it myself. The helpful thoughts for the kidneys are the bright cerulean blue. You can think of your kidneys as blue. The sound is chew. And the helpful other thought is, I am one with the Tao. I am one with the Tao. And the emotion that you would like to let go of if you're having issues is fear. There's nothing to fear if you are one with the Tao. The next organ is the heart. I place my hands over my heart and I breathe 3 times. I don't hold the last breath. Now, the helpful thoughts that I have come up with are that the spirit of love live and move throughout my whole body. That the light of love illuminate my thinking. And that may love govern the harmonious function of all my organs, the way a loving parent would guide its family. I also take a moment to remember the love that people have given me that still resides in my heart. The color is red. The healing sound is ah. And the negative aspect would be irritability. So if you're feeling anxious and irritable, you would let go of that. Now, I beat my chest alternately for about 18 times, pretty good. Watch me. Now, if you have any heart issues, I suggest you don't do that, that you may just place your hands here quietly and think about your heart health as well. So there you have it. So I've given you a lot to think about, a lot to multitask. To start with, I suggest that you just start with the hand placement, the breathing 3 times, the massage. Get that down for each organ. Then, if you like, you may want to add the healing sound during the in-breath and the out-breath. Once you got that down and you've got it memorized, you may want to try a healing color to each organ. Try to remember what those are. And then, if you feel it is meaningful to you, use the affirmative emotions and the release of the negative emotions. And, you know, it may vary day to day what you like to do. It's hard to do all 3 things all together for each organ, but it is possible, and I can do it, but every day is a little different for me. So, if you found this video useful, please subscribe, please like, add any questions or comments on the bottom window, and till next time.